everyone. If you don't already know, my name is Althea. A lot of people just call me Tia. And I am starting a new series. And let me just start by saying there are some words that I am going to say, and you're going to be like, that's not how you pronounce that. But yes, that's how you pronounce it. So I am from Dominica, and so my accent is completely different. So even though when I speak proper English, it may sound like I was born and raised in America, but I was not. Born and raised in Dominica, and I moved here when I was 14 years old. So again, if you hear me pronounce certain words in a certain way or manner, just let it go. Anyways, so like I was saying, I am starting a new series, and it is called Girl Game, the best version of you. And I decided to start this series mainly because I feel like we women, we don't support each other as much as we should. So, this is only the introduction. I am still deciding what direction I want to go in this in terms of whether it should be on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, or just putting out a video ever so often. And right now I'm kind of thinking and leaning towards putting out a video ever so often until, the views and the audience that I'm trying to attract kind of builds up. So yeah. Again, this quote unquote podcast would be called Girl Game, the best version of you. Because a lot of times too is we all go through a rough time in life, whether that be for family, relationships, and just life in itself, because hey, life is hard. Hello. Life is hard for me, it's hard for you, it may not be as hard as somebody else's, but it's hard. So whether you want to accept that or not, it is what it is. And with that being said, I am also working on a few things that I think will help you get the best version of you. I'm not gonna say what it is just yet because I'm still working on it. And I feel like if I say it, then I'm gonna have to apply that pressure to myself to get it done. And there's nothing wrong with that. I would just prefer to take my time with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, are we here? Okay, cool. So yeah, two things that I'm working on. I think it kind of goes hand in hand. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that. Still kind of deciding if I want to do the release of one first and then the other, or together. But yeah, still working on it. So okay, so even if this is an introduction, we should touch on our first topic, which is, and a lot of y'all don't like it, but we are going to touch on it. And I feel like it's something, like, as we get older, as we get more mature, I think this is something that we all need to have in our back pocket, in our front pocket, wherever you want to have it. So, accountability. Yes, I said it. Accountability. What is accountability? Let's go to Google. Not even my words. Let's go to Google. Accountability. The fact or condition of being accountable or responsible. So, now ladies. I know when it comes to accountability, y'all love to tussle and you guys like to point the finger. But like back home, like my mother would always say, when you point one finger, you have 3 others, 4 others pointing back at you. So, accountability. Without even playing the blame game, there are certain situations as women, let me say this again. As women, there are certain situations that we get ourselves into. You know what? Let me back it up. As women, there are certain situations that we get into, right? And we have no one else to blame but ourselves. Be honest. Let's be honest. We get ourselves in certain situations, sticky situations, messy situations, whatever situations, and we have nobody else to blame but ourselves. Let's go for something popular. A relationship. When you go, or when you get yourself, before you even get yourself into a relationship, you meet a person, you guys get to know each other, and you see the do's or you see the likes and you have the dislikes, okay? And sometimes the likes overpower the dislikes, right? But there are times when the dislikes overpower the likes. And rather than being like, well, you know, this is not for me, let me leave it alone, because this is like a major red flag. We say no. We say no. Oh, that's just a one-time thing. He's gonna change. Yada, 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 X, Y, and Z. Baby, no, he's not. He's not. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. A lot of times, and I think it's in our nature as women to be like, I can change this person. Baby, no, you can't. You can't. If this man shows you, this is who I am, and he's showing you that when you first meet him, which means that he's not even comfortable with you yet. He's not even that comfortable with you yet, and he's already showing you this. So it's like, what makes you think that you're going to change him? Only a man can change a man. Why for that still? But let me say that in a different way. A man will only change if he wants to change. His mother not gonna change him. His father not gonna change him. His kids not gonna change him. Brothers, sisters, best friends, uncles, they're not gonna change him. He will only change if he wants to change. All right, cool. Let's hop off the relationship train. Because, again, this is girl game, the best version of you. Everything does not have to be about a man. Every topic does not have to be about a man. So, let's go down the route of a best friend. Okay, sometimes there are instances where you've known a person since you were in preschool, primary school, middle school, high school, right? And you guys are best friends right through an adult journey. If this person shows you one red flag, right? If this person shows you one red flag, right? And in the back of your mind, you're just like, oh, okay, perfect. This is the first offense. It's not going to happen again. I'm not saying that there are not instances where it is a first offense and that's it. But oftentimes you can see a pattern to what they do. And if you keep going for that, accountability. You cannot keep going for these red flags. And then when it hits the fan, when shit hits the fan, when shit go down the gully, when shit reach under the bus, then you want to turn around and point the finger to somebody else. No. You had this information, right? You saw this information with your own two eyes, and you refuse to back away. You refuse to back away. So when everything comes crashing down, who are you to blame? Yes, this person did what they did, but did you stop yourself from going further into that situation? And it's like the further down the situation you go, the more you get hurt. The more you feel disrespected. Right? But you just keep going for it. And it's like you refuse to stop. So at what point do you sit back and you say, hey, this is my fault. I am responsible for this. Had I done X, Y, and Z, then ABC would not be happening. So it's like, and I say that to say, if we want to get into the family aspect of it, fine. Let's get into the family aspect of it. If you were raised by your mother, father, whatever, you were raised, and you grew up seeing your mother or your father doing something that you know now as an adult, it's wrong, right? You saw them shoplifting, let's just say, for instance, and you're an adult now, and you know this is wrong. As an adult, are you going to keep being, or are you going to continue the trend of being a shoplifter? No. If you grew up in one of those messed up households where, your mother was an alcoholic or your father was an alcoholic, and you are witnessing this firsthand, that this is not good for your mother, it's not good for your father, it's not good for your family. You know how it made you feel as an adult, seeing your mother and your father do that. Right? So it's like, now you're an adult. It is up to you to make the decision to be like, that is not how I want to live the rest of my life. I don't want to be an alcoholic. I don't want to be a shoplifter as an adult. So it's like to sit there, right? Let's just say you went down the road of being, okay, a shoplifter, an alcoholic, right? When that road finally crashes, when you crash, right? You can't sit there and blame your mother and your father. You can't. Because why? You're an adult now. You make your own decisions. You're an adult. Yes, the way that you were raised was messed up. And I agree, it was messed up. But at what point as an adult do you stand up and you said, you know what? I'm done with this. I don't want to do this. Right? I say this to say accountability. We need to hold ourselves accountable for the things that we do, for the things that we go through in this life. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, there is only you. When you stand up and you look at yourself in the mirror, it is only you. Accountability. Accountability. And whether you like it or not, accountability. Thank you, everyone. This is just the first episode, the first video of what I call Girl Game. The best version of you. Girl Game. The best version of you. This is where we work on ourselves as women. This is an environment where we don't judge. This is our safe space. Whether you want to say it out loud, whether you want to write it in a book, whether you want to... Girl Game, the best version of you. This is where you get to work on yourself. This is where you get to fight your inner demons. This is where you get it done. This is where because if you do not, I promise you, in the long run, it will come back and it will haunt you. And you are going to need more than just a conversation. You will need more than just a conversation. Girl Game. The best version of you. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you here more often. I hope I can attract you or pull you towards my live updates. Thank you for watching. Girl Game. The best version of you.